My name is John Prenderville. I'm the Director of Information Technology for Newcastle Building Products. We're in the exterior building products industry, primarily roofing, siding, windows, doors. Mainly operate from the Baltimore to Boston metropolitan areas for a little over 20 locations. Just about 150 trucks currently in the fleet. We were coming from not a digital routing solution. We were doing everything on paper via Google. It was all just in the minds of our individual dispatchers, so there was no real collective intelligence or analytics around routing. We implemented Descartes on-demand and mobile proof of delivery. Biggest pain point, I would say, was a lack of visibility into data surrounding our fleet utilization, true cost of ownership, all things that Descartes helped us get a handle on by getting that data and being able to improve our operations based on having access to that data that we didn't before. Implementing Descartes allowed us to gain that visibility in order to take best practices and apply them at a location level. It also allowed us to centralize our operations. We started our centralized dispatch department following our Descartes implementation, which has already been implemented at almost half of our locations. The driver POD workflow was greatly improved. We did have a POD solution prior to coming on board with Descartes, but it was not nearly as robust. We've reduced mileage driven year over year. In only our first year with Descartes, I think we reduced by about 25,000 miles, which is substantial. Anytime you introduce change, there's going to be some resistance to change. I think that positioning on demand as a tool that helps our dispatchers be better at their job was really important. And I think that has come to fruition as we've grown with the platform. For any company that is coming from a place where they don't have a solution, I think just going from a place where we actually have analytics and visibility into our routing at all our locations was huge. And as you scale as an organization, that's something that you're going to need to do. We've been very happy with the solution with On Demand. The number one metric of success we use when we implement a new solution is you ask 6 months later, would you want to go back to the old way? And I don't think there's anybody in an organization who would want to go back. You're going to spend more time implementing with your ERP and figuring out your data integration than you initially anticipate, and it is time well spent measuring and figuring out what data you need, what format you need it in. How to get clean data from one system into another was probably the biggest challenge and the most time-consuming part of our go-live process, and spending, I would say, better than 50% of our time on that part of the process was time well spent. Also buy-in, obviously, just getting buy-in from your drivers, from your operators, getting training early, getting key people involved in the implementation process. We brought in some of our top dispatchers in order to get their feedback on the solution after it was sold to us, and then we went back to them and we brought them back in after setting up our data integration to get their feedback as well. That was hugely helpful.